Good evening and welcome to this edition of the Newsletter on 6. I'm Jim Fuller.
And I'm Jenny English. In tonight's news, General Motors is increasing its investment in the Spring Hill manufacturing plant. The Tullahoma Utility Authority is warning of a new scam in the area, and Tullahoma Parks and Recreation is adding some new programs. We'll have these stories and more on tonight's News Leader on 6.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Chevrolet GMC. Check out this 2019 GMC Terrain, up to 19% off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Chevrolet GMC on the bypass in Winchester, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
The highest standard of trust offers a sense of safety and comfort. It's established over time. You know when you see it. You know when you feel it. There's a standard of trust in healthcare. It's the Joint Commission Gold Seal of Approval. In 2003, Life Care Center of Tullahoma voluntarily achieved this accreditation and maintains it still today. Life Care, meeting a higher standard because residents matter most.
Welcome back. General Motors has announced a $300 million investment to produce a new 3-row crossover in Spring Hill. With the launch of the Cadillac XT6, GM is in the process of increasing production and adding hundreds of jobs to the plant. The first ever Cadillac XT6 will be available for ordering this spring. The Spring Hill site is the largest GM facility in North America, spanning 7.1 million square feet over 2,000 acres. GM has invested more than $2 billion in the facility since 2010. In addition to the new Cadillac XT6, GM produces the Cadillac XT5, GMC Arcadia, and the Holden Arcadia models in Spring Hill, as well as engines used in several GM vehicles. The plant employs approximately 3,400 employees.
The partial shutdown of the United States government currently impacts more than 25,000 Tennesseans. Many furloughed federal workers are not on the job, while others continue to work without pay. The Tennessee Department of Labor and Workforce Development manages the federally funded unemployment insurance program. The state received its appropriation for the program before the government shutdown, and unemployed Tennesseans continue to receive benefits. Depending on the length of the shutdown, many Tennesseans who work for the federal government may qualify to collect unemployment benefits. The United States Department of Labor has strict requirements claimants must meet to receive benefits, one of which is an unemployed person must be willing and able to work. A furloughed federal worker meets these requirements because they are free to work. Federal workers required to remain on the job without pay are not eligible for unemployment benefits because they are not able to work.
The Tullahoma Utility Authority is warning customers about a scam going on in Tullahoma. Scammers are calling TUA's customers, threatening to shut off their power due to non-payment of utility bills. Calls might even show up on caller IDs with TUA's number. Scammers will ask you to send money quickly, usually by wiring money or by using a prepaid credit card. TUA says if you are suspicious, hang up, locate a past bill, and call their office at 455-4515. Never wire money or send the number from a prepaid card to someone you don't know. Once you do, you cannot get your money back. Let TUA know if scammers are calling. These are often organized operations that make calls in batches. The earlier they know something is going on, the quicker they can get a notice to customers to alert them of scammer activity.
Lieutenant Phil Henderson from the Tullahoma Police Department stopped by our studios recently to talk about handicap parking and the penalties associated with parking in a handicap zone if you do not have the proper credentials.
There's several things that the police department can enforce on private property. Handicap parking is one of those things. Most people in town either know somebody or have seen people trying to struggle to get in and out of their vehicles.
Sure.
You know, or seen vehicles parked in handicap parking with no placard, no disabled veteran tag, or the traditional handicap tag per se. And we'll get calls on those. Go out there. If they don't meet those requirements, we will issue them a citation for parking in those spots. The judge can fine somebody up to $200.
Ooh, that's kind of expensive.
For parking in a handicap parking spot.
Right.
And subject them to 5 hours of community service work.
In addition
to the parking in the handicap parking spot. Several of the spots that you'll see around town have the blue hash marks on the side, which are van accessible parking spots. Those have 92 inches, a 92-inch opening there so that they can use the lifts on the vans. If you park in one of those marked off spots, you can also be charged if you encroach on any of that. You can also be charged with parking in the handicap. It's to give them access between their vehicles to get in and out.
Right.
But it also puts them closer to the store so they can get in, and it also helps with them having to navigate through the parking lot at a lower level.
Right.
Stay with us. There's more News Leader on 6 right after this.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Chevrolet GMC. Check out this 2019 GMC Acadia, up to 19% off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Chevrolet GMC on the Bypass in Winchester, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Is this the year you want to get fit? If so, check out just some of the things Tullahoma Parks and Rec has to offer. Kickboxing, aerobics, silver sneakers workouts, swim lessons, boot camp, water aerobics, basketball, Zumba, yoga, pickleball, lap swimming, treadmill, karate. Get fit, Tullahoma, and have some fun with Tullahoma Parks and Rec.
Welcome back. The Tullahoma Recreation Department has initiated several new programs with the start of the new year. John Gray spoke with Lyle Russell from the department about the details.
When Lyle comes by, he's with the Parks and Rec department, and there's always something cool going on where this guy is. You find him, I don't care what day it is, you find him, follow him around, something cool's going to happen.
Well, I appreciate that.
But I mean, you have brought some really great programs into that department, and the things that you're doing in your educational outreach and lunch and learns and things like that, and I've been to some of them, it's just really outstanding, man.
Well, I appreciate it.
You're to be accommodated for that.
Well, thank you.
Next time you'll get to take the mayor's mic instead of the mayor taking yours.
That's all right. I can defer to him. That's okay. That's all right.
What you got for us today, buddy?
Well, thanks for having me again.
Oh, yeah.
I came by today to tell y'all about we've got some new programs that we're starting this year. In addition to the ones that we already do. I'm just trying to build up some more of our family type programming and things that parents can come in and do with kids. We're going to start with the inside while it's cold outside, and then we're going to kind of transition to some outdoor parks ones. So I'm going to tell you about the inside programs today. So the first one that we're going to try is an adult coloring class. Now, some people will laugh, and I totally get that. However, it is scientifically proven to be a stress reliever. And if you think about all the people that have all of these different things pulling them in different directions, places they have to be, things they have to do, job requirements, home requirements, balancing a budget, all that stuff, except for the government. They don't have to worry about that, but people at home do. And so what we're trying to do is develop a class that people can come in and just relax, enjoy themselves. You know, it doesn't always have to be about physical fitness for your body. You know, your mind needs to be physically fit too.
Oh, so that's the big deal.
And so this is one of those type classes that helps promote that. And so just to give you an example, so I brought something today.
This is really cool.
So this is the book that we're going to be working out of in the class.
Adult coloring book.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I love
They make
it.
lots of. This is another one too. This one's my personal one, but these books are great. They've got some really cool stuff in it. Get a cheap set of colored pencils from Office Depot or Joann's or wherever it is that you go, and you get pictures like this. And just black and white.
Okay.
Just drawn out, line drawings.
So
figure
it's like
drawings.
the old color by the numbers, except there's no numbers.
Similar.
You
yes.
supply the numbers.
That's right. That's right.
So
And
show that one, and then show the example
Yeah.
here.
So this is one that I like because I like birds of prey. So this is an owl.
Okay.
And so last night I sat around trying to get one ready.
Look at that.
And that's how it came out. And that's the kind of stuff that we're going to be doing in the class.
Isn't that great? I love it.
A long time ago, I wanted to be a comic book artist, and I learned really quickly that I wasn't quite good enough. But art has never left me. I've always still done it just as a fun hobby and things like that.
Right,
So I've learned a lot.
right.
And so I want to try to pass some of that on to some other folks around here that may need to find something to do to relax. So now to go along with this, so now this gives the adults something to do, but one of the programs that we're trying to do at the center is do some more fitness classes for kids. And so we're starting a homeschool PE program. For kids who are home during the day and need to get out and do some social, activity, exercise, games, and we're going to cover all age groups. We've got a toddler time program, a pre-K kids program,
That's great.
a homeschool PE program that's going to go up to about 15 years old. I think once you get past 15, it's not cool to go do that stuff anymore, but you never know. We won't turn anybody away, but we want the kids to come out, and while the kids are doing that, this coloring class is going to be going on at the same time, so it gives mom and dad something to do too.
Wow, thanks. It's a pleasure every time you come.
Always good to
This
see you.
guy's fun. I'm telling you, find him. Find his truck. Remember where the dents are on it, where you can track him down, because fun is happening wherever he is.
We like to have a good time.
There you go.
And more news is coming up in just a moment.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. It's a Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Pretty much a good day for me would be people leaving their hands off of me. I'm always called names. Everywhere that I go, there's always someone calling me names, calling me gay. I've been choked, thrown up against a wall, punched. Nobody's ever tried to help me.
Welcome back. We continue tonight with Tom Currington's interview with John Carver, the new director of Tullahoma City Schools. In this segment, Mr. Carver speaks out about his concept of individualized learning.
The last district that I was leading as superintendent, we were looking at standards-based grading. We were looking at outcome-based education. Whereas if you could envision a child having a digital portfolio, and instead of getting an A, B, C, D grade, they had projects that could, like a portfolio that would demonstrate their proficiency in particular skills. When you stop and look at a grading system, what does an A represent? What does a B represent? What does a C represent? And yes, those are measures that are used to get into higher ed and such, but it's been my experience, kids that are entering the workforce, the employers, they really don't look at how many A's, B's, C's, or D's did you get. They want to know what you can do. Yeah. And so we need to create an educational system that, yes, we still have those other measures in place for kids wanting to go to higher ed, but we also want to have an assessment piece where children can demonstrate what they are able and capable of doing. And we also need to have an educational system that amplifies and strengthens creativity and imagination, thinking outside the box. And many times there's not just one right answer. There could be many right answers to a solution. Can I point someplace in the world and say, yep, that's what it is? There isn't a complete K-12 system that has gotten there yet, but I will tell you, in my travels across the United States, there are pockets of excellence everywhere. And so here in Tullahoma, we're going to identify those pockets of excellence, take their best ideas, bring them back here, and build out from that. It's interesting, last night there were several Tullahoma educators, and we were on an ed chat on Twitter. And we connected last night with a school outside of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And it was interesting in that their enrollment is very similar to Tullahoma's. And their elementary school up there has gone away completely from grades. First grade, second grade, third grade. And they were, again, children were demonstrating proficiency. They had the same teacher over multiple years, and they were showing a lot of success. And so this morning, as soon as we're done here, that's on my to-do list, is to reach out there and again, find out their successes and what their challenges are, and see if that would fit here in Tullahoma.
That's interesting that you found this in Sioux Falls,
South Dakota last night.
South Dakota, which is, I don't know, do they have a heavy Indian population, possibly?
No. Well, I'm sure they do, but,
yeah, but I didn't know if that figured into what how they were approaching it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not. So doing it, they did away with grades altogether.
Well, and that's what they were sharing last night.
How do you advance?
Well, again, they've identified what it is they want kids to know and be able to do, as far as reading and math, being able to communicate. And when the children have proficiency in that, then they move forward. You see, the thing you got to keep in mind is that the system we have in place now is not very flexible. And when you're in high school, your credits are earned based on what they call the Carnegie Unit. And the Carnegie Unit is not based on what you know, it's based on your seat time. How much time you physically have in that class determines if you get the credit or not. And so if you have mastered something, I guess in my mind it makes sense that if I already know it, why do I have to do the seat time? Isn't there some kind of mechanism that I can show that I've done it and then go on to the next thing? And not hold our best and brightest back. Here in Tullahoma, we're blessed with our relationship with Motlow Community College, that if we have 17-year-olds or 15-year-olds or even 14-year-olds that are of that capacity, say in math, why would we hold them back?
We'll be right back in a moment with more News Leader on 6.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma. Check out this 2018 Ford Escape, up to $6,000 off original MSRP. That's Russell Barnett Ford of Tullahoma on Highway 55, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, why buy anywhere else?
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community, because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family, caring for your family since 1932.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's going to be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor, too, when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. Regular physical activity can produce long-term health benefits by reducing your risk of many health conditions such as heart disease and diabetes. It can also increase your chances of living longer, help you control your weight, and even help you sleep better. For physical activity to provide health benefits, it requires a moderate to vigorous level of effort. This video explains aerobic activities and provides easy-to-understand examples of different levels of effort.
All these people are engaging in aerobic activities. What does that mean? Well, aerobics, what is also referred to as cardio, is any activity that gets you breathing harder and your heart beating faster for a continuous period of time. Aerobic activity could be walking briskly, running hard, riding a bicycle, pushing a lawnmower, swimming in the sun, or dancing under the stars. I'm Dave Patania, and in this video, I'll show you what counts towards the guidelines for aerobic activities. For substantial health benefits, it's recommended that most adults get at least 150 minutes a week of moderate intensity aerobic activity, such as brisk walking, or 75 minutes a week of vigorous intensity aerobic activity, such as jogging, or an equivalent mix of both moderate and vigorous intensity aerobic activity each week. Intensity is simply how hard your body is working during aerobic activity. To count toward the guidelines, it requires a moderate or vigorous level of effort. But how do you know if you're doing a light, moderate, or vigorous intensity aerobic activity? For most people, daily activities such as shopping or light housework don't increase your heart rate very much. That makes these activities light intensity. Things such as walking briskly, swimming, or mowing the lawn increase their heart rate some, making them moderate intensity activities. Vigorous intensity activities include such workouts as running, playing basketball, swimming laps, or mountain biking. These activities really get your heart pumping and you breathing heavily.
Toes to the back. Very good.
Here's a simple way to find out your level of activity. It's called the talk test. I've just started walking slowly on this treadmill, a light intensity activity. Now, as you can hear, I can still speak normally, but in a few minutes when I increase my pace, okay, now I've raised my heart rate and even broken a sweat. This is the moderate intensity level. I'm still able to talk fairly normally, but listen when I try and sing. She'll be coming round the mountain when she... Well, luckily I can't sing at this level, which should be the same for you if you're doing activities that require moderate effort, such as walking briskly, dancing, or mowing the lawn. Now let's really pick up the pace. Okay, now I'm jogging. And as you can tell now, I'm not able to say more than a few words without pausing for a breath. I'm breathing hard and fast, and my heart rate has increased quite a bit. This is vigorous intensity activity. Wow, that was a nice little workout. For most adults, vigorous intensity activities include jogging, jumping rope, playing basketball, or swimming laps. What all this means is that if you're looking to get the benefits of 150 minutes of moderate intensity activity in less time, you can gradually replace some of your moderate level activities with vigorous aerobic activities. A rule of thumb is that 1 minute of vigorous intensity activity equals about 2 minutes of moderate intensity activity. So in other words, for every 10 minutes of vigorous intensity activity undertaken, you're getting about the same benefits as doing 20 minutes of a moderate intensity activity. Many people prefer this option because it gives them important health benefits in half the time. However, if you haven't been very active lately, slowly work your way up to the more vigorous intensity activities. It's important for your safety and your health to feel comfortable doing activities that require moderate effort before moving up the intensity. Gradually replace moderate activities such as brisk walking with vigorous activities that take a lot more effort, like jogging. The guidelines are all about doing appropriate types and amounts of activity that are also right for your fitness level. What counts in your aerobic activities is getting active because some activity is better than none. For substantial health benefits, aim to meet the minimum guidelines we talked about earlier. If you want even more health benefits, do more physical activity. I'm Dave Patania asking you to raise that heart rate and get active, healthy, and happy.
The Coffee County Humane Society's featured pet this week is Bendy. She's a medium-sized terrier, has been spayed and had all her shots. Bendy would love to find a forever home as she has been at the shelter a long time. The shelter also has many other dogs available for adoption at 1210 Oakdale Street in Manchester. Hours of operation at the shelter are 7:30 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. until 1 p.m. on Saturday. The shelter's phone number is 723-2730. Donations for animal care can be made to the Coffee County Humane Society at P.O. Box 252, Manchester 37349. The website is www.coffeehumane.org.
Stay with us. Your weather forecast is next.
Keith Barnett here at Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma. Check out this 2018 Kia Stinger, yours today for only $370 a month. Kia is the power to surprise with its 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Stop by Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma and let us tell you why we are #1 in customer satisfaction. That's Russell Barnett Kia in Tullahoma, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. And remember, my question is, why buy anywhere else?
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
My wife Jackie has always been the life of the party, but things changed when she couldn't be as active anymore.
They told me I needed a double knee replacement.
It's not as big a deal as it used to be, but she still needed to go to rehab.
I was amazed at how good the therapists were at Life Care. They took really good care of me.
They took excellent care of her, and now she's back doing the things she loves, and that makes everyone happy.
Life Care Center of Tullahoma wants you to get active and live well.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1943 at 75 degrees. The record low was in 1982 at -8 degrees. Average high on this day is 48, and the average low is 29. Cloudy weather in the forecast for tonight with a low of around 42. Cloudy weather continues in the forecast for Friday with a high of 52 and a low of 45. And rain expected on Saturday with a high of 62 and a low of 25. And that's our News Leader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for News Leader on 6. You have a good evening.
Good night.